That ghost called you a Tebaru Sanakis. That must be what the Akita called their godlikes. This mural looks idyllic, doesn't it? Sabadal is helping the Akitans grow and flourish. They seem happy.
That was a close one.
I'll have to do a more thorough reading later, but it looks like notes from the architect. It seems Nakukubel was divinely inspired, so it's Sapadal's fault you got lost earlier. than to give us a little break, isn't it?
They're gathering their strength. We should do the same.
Keep quiet. That's the last. So much for the first trial. On to the second. we've got another door open. And another goat.
Another stranger. You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us. Why have you come here? Tell me your mind. Tell me what rides in it. You wish to find our gardener? I know that story, and where it ends. The Magfolk sought the gardener too, and our gardener did not want to be found. Our gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe. The waters boiled. The land opened, the rivers rose, and we drowned.
We broke the pain. We died with them. How did we do this? We bleed, they bleed, the Magfolk strike. How could we pierce the vein? We cannot, we writhe. Why must we feel this again?
There were so few of us left when the Magfolk were at our doors. How could you know of this? Yes, their ways are strange and volatile, and you will need to show wisdom to navigate them. Their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? Pass this trial of the mind. Show me how clever you are. We will know the breadth of your wisdom before we let you learn what our gardener truly is.
Whatever gets us answers must be worth it, right?
A trial of the mind. I wonder if there's a clever trick to it. Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll be through in a flash. These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they?
The dead. Who maintains these traps? Ridiculous when you think about it.
Hot! Too hot!
I can already tell this is going to hurt.
Slow down a bit. Does it make things easier?
Isok Sogu!
The Echidans are being less welcoming than I'd hoped.
What did you expect? They're dead.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Don't worry. We're getting answers, with or without their help.
Judging by this mural, the relationship the Akita had with their god was complicated. Perhaps Sapidal was a little moody? This mural almost makes me feel nervous. Looks like a list of building materials. Probably for Nakukubel itself! Third time's the charm. Another door is revealed.
You bear our gardener's mark. Somehow you've proven to have strength and wit. We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity. Imana's brethren were mistaken, but we would know what's best for our gardener. We understand what they are. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial. Perhaps, but you will have none from me. You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
I wonder what's at the end of all these trials. Can't imagine it's good. Of course these trials require a leap of faith.
Bear our gardener's mark.
gardener has blown roots into the outlaw.
What do you truly seek with our god?
This is... Oh. Well, seems like some of the construction crew had all kinds of fun. The fur on the back of my neck is standing up.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do they smell fear? They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
Be that as it may, we still won't risk another. You must perish, Outlander.
We will not have the Gardener break this land again. You cannot convince us otherwise.
Accusations like water. We do not recognize our face. The ripples break. What do they hide from us? Why do they turn away?
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The Gardener will not be disturbed.
We only do what we must.
So be it. Prepare yourself.
We've got company!
want to die a second time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we?
That was a close one.
I've never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years. Just waiting for the right hands to pick it up again.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate, you know.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate. There's so much rage in this mural. The Sabadal must have been furious, and the Akedans unfortunate bystanders.
I think your god would like a word. Try and make it quick.
Come, we yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Tabaru Sinakis, they turn from you. You have shown us only kindness and patience. Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. As painful as a wound reopened, yes. We were theirs and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We will not remember. Do not question us. Blame slips between the bones like a blade. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. Not our fault. We did not will this. We did not do this. We tried. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We love them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you our favor. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of energy passed through it, to parts unknown.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Stop It All? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Gallowayne's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
We should talk to Marius. He knows the tusks better than anyone. Until then, we must ready ourselves for a fight.
Get off me!
We should go. The Dream Scourge is upon us.
In the eyes!
On the right.
See you!
show 'em. Never had a chance. Protect the envoy.
Devour!
Not bad, envoy.
You asked for it!
Isoksugu!
You're a child playing at being a hero. You understand none of the forces at work here.
The Circle of Archmagi has overstepped their authority. Again.
I don't know how to explain this any better. This is not a problem to solve with cannons or steel.
No wonder your guard got so angry. I feel the same way when Ludwig's near.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. I have eyes in every corner of the living lands. Some more discreet than others. This is a spring from which the dream scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison that spread to Fior Messiverno, and even now rots the city from within.
The only poison I see here is you, and I would love nothing more than to purge you from the living lands.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal. An Inquisitor seeks answers, some through interrogation, others through prayer. I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Different wars on the same battlefield. There are two plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me. Yes, honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwine from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Fiorians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
A gentle sleep. One moment day, the next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. they would feel no pain.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Reengrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue, no matter how much we might want to.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
You surprise me, Envoy. After showing mercy to your own killer, you would condemn innocence to pain and death. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge, merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If such an alternative existed, I'd have suggested it already. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. An avowed servant of a higher power, much like you.
She's a death guard, obviously. One of nature's little mistakes. Too dead to live. Too stubborn to die.
Silence. Hardly surprising. Sapadal brought you back from the dead, which means they have power over you. A blade held to your throat. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good? Perhaps not. But one of these solutions will bring an end to the matter in Shatterscarp. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
Breaking the Adra is a bold choice, but it's such a terrible cost. If only we had time to do it with some finesse. But Quilici... God, if there's even a chance he could... No, I can't think of that right now. Then again, it's not as if I trust Ludwig. The dead have no right to choose for the living. I'm at a loss. Whatever you do, make sure you believe in it, because there's no going back.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Quilici is all right.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marinsos clavan ed marslante.
The Inquisitor allowed this.
What is done is done. Do not waste your breath justifying it to me. Countless innocent lives cut short, even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. There will be a reckoning for the chaos you unleashed here. At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your strings. It frightens me how well they've convinced you. Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any cost. To impose order where chaos reigns. If you and Heelgard are too spineless to remember your allegiance, I'll have to finish the job myself. All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Messiverno did not have. Unusual, isn't it? How you spared one settlement and condemned another. So you destroyed its people by the dozens. May the dead forgive you. A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the living lands from itself. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice. Your impudence has been noted. Until next time, envoy.
What a vile, intolerant creature.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people!
Why are we deferring to that maniac Ringgrim? Ugh.
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
I very rarely take on an apprentice, and I have near infinite patience. The offer will stand. Don't worry. My work will still be here when you're done with your godlike's quest. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
What's a few trees to save the forest?
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Ringgrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison. Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra? Good answer. Adra is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost? That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries. A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. No, I haven't. And yes, I should know better. A good night's rest would fix my head, but can't fix the world we live in. Maybe it's fine if they're both broken. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question? Much appreciated. Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Indeed, it does. It's just... when you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. Not before I've done some reading.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though... I know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual actual ancient Akidans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers. True. Though switching it up might be more confusing to those not in the know. I'll figure that conundrum out before my research gets published. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier? Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her. She even offered to make me her apprentice. It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? Oh, darling. Don't you know that I'll do what I want no matter what anyone thinks? I just wish to ask a friend her opinion. Now come on. Answer the question. What would you do? I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
As if you need an archmage for that. You could rule the world with a smile.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
How are you holding up? I can't seem to get any sleep. Night, Envoy.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries. Well, that'll be cold comfort when everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I've been there. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows? I wish I was as convinced as you are. The thought of going to speak to a god on their turf, it doesn't make sense to me. I guess that's not my problem, really. My job is to keep you alive, whether you've got a god in your head or not. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Anyway. Pleasant dreams. Listen, that back there in the ruins, that was a lot. I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure what that means exactly. I don't know. Maybe you're the chosen one now. Some kind of prophecy? You don't look that different to me. It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap, getting bossed around by spirits and all that. But I really do hope this was the last time. That kind of humidity does terrible things to my beard. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading. Never thought I'd be going back to Galawain's tusks.
Relax. We won't embarrass you too much.
Let me guess. You burned some bridges on your way out. We have to cross them.
Think whatever you want. I just don't.
Take your time, dear. You can tell me everything later over tea.
Right. Can we talk about something else?
Of course. Though you were the one who brought it up.
Kai's still wearing socks from last week. Let's discuss.
At least I've washed them.
Could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The moon waxes from darkness, a new turn, new memories. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite, this we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Glad wine.
Envoy? You get around, don't you?
Gods, it's good to see a living face. Is there anything you want to buy, or...
Who needs fabric? Oh, you're back. What can I do for you? We still have various linens and silks in stock.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Bullshit. There was always another option. Something better than this massacre. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
It's strange to see so few folks around now. I'll have to raise prices to account for the loss. Welcome back. How can I help?
I've got the freshest fish guaranteed. Got a hankering for something?
I can't stand how quiet it's gotten. Thank the gods, someone's alive. What can I get for you?
gods. What a job. How many more are we going to find dead?
Safe trap. Temerity sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't have much more to say. You were responsible for all this death. But I hope you don't end up the same way, too.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. We've thwarted her twice now, but she keeps burrowing deeper into the living lands.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Indeed. And death is her strength and her weakness.
But you're saying there's a chance?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
That's just a pile of Sokka. Generally, debatable, but about the garden, definitely. You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. And all your clues come from one source. You've been following a voice in your head. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them?
I hate to be the voice of reason, but we are talking about a god. There are limits to what we can even comprehend.
I have a powerful connection to my Blessed Flute, but I'm not about to take orders from it.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. Oh, I've been acting odd. Me. Need I remind you that we're talking about jumping off a cliff because your head voices tell us to? I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. How should I know? I don't know what's going on in my head half the time. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat, my ears ring, I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. I guess a lot of things happened to me there. I grew up there in Solace. I left there on purpose. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Galawain's gonads. There isn't enough perfume in Aora. You lived here.
I always thought that if I ever came back here, I'd never...
Oh, dear. Do you need some smelling salts?
I'm fine. Just need to... I just need a moment. Strange being back here. Thought I'd left for good.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting too hungry to even think.
What's going on here is Pargrunen business. Stay out of it, Outlander.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything. Move along.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunen lands, last I checked.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done much to deserve their cages.
You won't find much at that old ruin, but I'm glad to see you go.
Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you hit the cliffs. Now mind your business.
Looks like the beetles have...
Not bad enough for going into more godless ruins, but we're also walking face first into a beetle lair. Lovely.
There's my favorite Adiran. Oh, just wonderful. My home was attacked on the order of a woman without a heart or any other major organs. Then everything that happened in Shatterscarp and Ringrim's offer. I've been so lucky. My life right now is, well, it's wonderful. But there's always been something missing. And it gives me this kind of jittery feeling that makes my fur stand on end. Does that make sense? A little. We've spoken a bit about my, shall we say, restlessness. But I've not had a chance to tell him about Ringrim's offer yet. Quilichi will be supportive, of course. He's wonderful like that. It's just hard to ignore these thoughts with everything happening. Not that I didn't have options before, of course, but now they're louder. A fair point, my dear. I suppose I needed a moment to rant. Thank you, Envoy. I appreciate you lending an ear. I'll leave you to your vices for now.
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunen living here. I can't fault your optimism, but Would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw, day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Rabatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storms and the rocky soil, the lands never supported us easily. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We explore the world as soldiers or as part of a trade mission. We venture out. We're encouraged to. Yeah, that's certainly part of it. Look, I'm not trying to defend or debate my empire's conduct, or yours. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle. But people choose that, and usually to escape something worse. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely. Never. The Pargrunen of Solace are notoriously suspicious of outsiders. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out. We'll be covered in ash by morning.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown. That shouldn't be a problem. I've done a lot of learning in our time together. Are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious. The bane of every academic. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. Take your pick. My parents, my community, myself. Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods, they really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Did I? Huh. I don't know what I expected. Feels nice. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. I've heard the Wardens are very set in their ways, for better or worse. Usually the worse. Vidaro tried to form a trade agreement with the Council. Copper and glass in exchange for grain. But it went nowhere. They weren't interested in outside help. The Wardens value self-reliance, maybe because they have an inflated sense of their own importance. No offense, Marius.
No, you pretty much got it right.
They have a righteous duty to protect these lands, and believe that it can and should be done without the help of outsiders. It's a bit like shooting yourself in the foot because you don't trust anyone else to wield the gun. Thanks for talking.
Envoy, last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back. I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself. Solace is the oldest standing settlement in the lands. Tradition all but forbids aimless wandering. I've met Pargrunen from elsewhere who seem driven to travel. Seems strange to me. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway. What do you want to talk about? This place was named after Galawain, but I always thought Magrin held more sway here. Lava, high temperatures, and a giant Bleste volcano in the middle of the region tell me the goddess of fire had something to do with it. Even Solace has the good sense to send a prayer or two Magrin's way. Hard not to when your home is surrounded by Magrin's fury, but sure, give Galawain the glory. Maybe that's why Magrin's so Bleste angry all the time. There's a place in the southwest of the Tusk called the Slumbering Fields. It's full of dry brambles and plants with nasty thorns. There used to be an old Pargrunen aqueduct out there, but it hasn't been used for a long time. No one's sure why the water stopped flowing, but without it, we've been drinking subterranean runoff for ages. That's all I know, really. Let's see. First rule in Galawain's tusks is to be grateful for every breath. The air itself is poisonous here, if you breathe enough of it. Don't overexert yourself, and keep your heartbeat slow. A wet cloth over your mouth and nose will help. Remember that this place wants to kill you at all times. Act like your every step is putting you in danger. And make sure to clear your eyes, ears, and nose every now and then. Ash builds up faster than you'd expect. You know, if you're this interested in survival in the living lands, we can take this even further. We've done all right out here, but there's always more to know if you want to survive. So, what do you want to learn? Right. A lot of that is physical control of your movements. The rest of it is simply knowing where to step. I'll show you what I can, but you'll have to do stretches in the mornings, preferably where Yatsley can't see you. Now let's begin. Right, that about does it. You're a quick study. At least now I don't have to worry about you so much out there. I can spend my time watching over Kai and Yatsley. Teaching is its own reward, I guess.
I know I'm beautiful, darling, but usually my admirers hide their stares a little better.
Oh, I wasn't, I mean, you do look lovely, but, all this time on the road, and you look as fresh as spring berries. I just wondered how you do it.
Oh, why thank you. It took a while to find a product that worked so well.
Any tips for scales? No matter how much I scrub, I never feel like I'm getting the dust out.
Darling, sweetheart, I would love to build a regimen for you. Next time we go back to Fjord, we'll make a quick stop at my usual supplier.
It's a date.
Schemes in the dark. The mountains shift in unknowable shapes. The sulfur scalds. We do not like to linger in this place. The rule of the wilds. What will they do to gain such victory? Beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake. Another time, a distant ache. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? An oak everlasting. Why? Oil in a lamp. It burns to sustain itself. The storm blows, others falter. What good is a vow if it can break? Trust. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
Radut, be reasonable. We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Mali and her outsiders. Lorraine still begs me to search for the missing Adirian merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until our replacement comes.
I will try. But this can't last.
These towers are supposed to be checkpoints for wardens on patrol and travelers out in the wilds. Usually the safest places in the tusks.
If you're buying, I'm selling. I'm not quite sure what you're holding there. But if anyone can help you, it's Forge Master Della. You can find them in the forge in Solace Keep, if they'll let you inside.
Don't worry about that. We have our ways.
Not my problem either way. Did you want to buy anything? Oh, don't worry. We're long past that.
I know you're having fun, dear. But leave the poor man alone.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Beats turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? Needed? I can't say I know much about what's been happening beyond the tasks, but... never mind. You're here and I'm glad for it. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. Wait, is that you, Marius?
Gods, here we go.
What happened to your accent? Did you lose it?
I did. So Nimdudes like you would ask dumb questions.
Well, good to see you alive, regardless. You know what? I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here. Founder of Solace Keep. They have a statue of him there. You both share, similar features around the face, huh? Anyway, the Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia. The worst of them all is what she is. We can handle vermin, but to face one of your own... She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep. And so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Wastes are winning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her wardens spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Wastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave. She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks. Our oaths are mortal matters.
Traditionally, if a warden's oath is unfulfilled, their spirit lingers until another warden sees it completed. Or so they say.
So it is. And if one of our own breaks an oath, well, I'd be breaking another oath if I speak much more to Marius. But you get the idea. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've defused more complicated situations. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for treading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the tasks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I heard there's been more bandits seen in the Twined Wood.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under control.
The captain's a Nimdut, but I'll never doubt his dedication to rooting out bandits.
Everyone's saying the envoy has Nandru's features.
This place has seen better days.
What could be causing this? I see. In the darkness. So damn. Please, stay with us.
Our sister tower in the primordial depths past space.
Need to get to this before the mortar dries. Need to get to this before the mortar dries.
Another hunt, another meal for all of us. I wonder if it'll taste any better this time.
It better be after that burrower. Damn leg still hurts. Are you sure there's not anything else you can give me for the pain?
You will heal up all right. Don't worry. It will be sore for a while, but you'll be good to go soon.
Half of Shatterscar died just like that, huh? May as well dig my own grave. Save some poor bastards the effort.
Glad that's over.
Who goes there? Wait. Marius. If the dead don't walk. I lost that bet then. So you did find a way out.
Amalia, always a pleasure. Yeah, I found a way out, but here I am, right back here again.
You don't know how much that twists the knife. Here you are, back after your escape, while we're literally dying to get out. And you've brought in a dear and a friend. Who are you? Parley. Radut. First he refuses to let us leave the tusks, and now he sends you. I won't talk. Not with you. I don't trust your lot, Adirin. Don't think I'm not wise to you and yours. Go fuck yourself, that's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you the same thing I told Radut. These banners mark the dead dirt we claim as our own. And as long as these banners fly, as long as we hold our own, I have nothing to say to you. You'll learn what it is to suffer. Now get out of here before it gets ugly.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did.
Forja may strike us all down, but they'll keep carving that blasted thing forever.
Gods, look at that hideous thing. And I was already having a bad hunt today. That just makes it worse.
Another monument to Nandru. Just more proof Solace Keep doesn't know its own priorities.
Maybe they'll learn once the sculptors die of hunger trying to finish it. Only a story of waste and foolishness. All that time and labor could be spent on better things. Councilman Kostya is right. What's the point of honoring Nandru when our people are dying? We should be feeding our people and gathering medicine for our sick.
There's a time and place for creating frivolous monuments. This isn't one of them.
No, it isn't. But Solace Keep makes a holy duty out of these old traditions. And so we keep on ignoring what we dwarves actually need. I hope not. It's not just me. Many of us are also upset by this obsession with the past. Forget it. What's the point of talking Pargrunen business with an outlander?
At the end of the day, we still need to hunt. The keep needs whatever meat we can get.
This looks like a good way to get ourselves killed. Any chance we can sneak in through the back? Keep quiet.
Get it together, Envoy!
Well, that was fun. Someone lives in that cave. Be alert.
Right behind you.
What do you want? Damn. The dream is over then. If we can't hold our banners, we've no hope of surviving the tasks. At least not like this. Still, if you got those, and we still have Kith to tell the tale, then maybe you're not all bad. Maybe you can help. Let's talk inside. All right, I'll begin by thanking you. My wardens still live in the breed. I don't take that for granted. Credit's all yours. Now, let's get to business. I'll be blunt. I don't know how my wardens and I can reconcile with Radut or with the Keep. We spilled blood when we tried to leave Envoy, and we've spilled more hoping to hurt them enough to change their minds. Never mind our reasons for marching on the gate. That's not something that's forgiven. No. No, I suppose he wouldn't. Just... I don't see how this resolves well. They'll never let us leave. Even if they forgive us, the evils that drove my wardens to the gates won't go away. I don't see how we're not fucked. There's no food. The land itself is hostile, making life in the tower unbearable. Maybe it'd be easier if we had trade, but the Council refuses that. And even if they allowed it, our existence in the Keep is against our nature as Pargrunen. We're meant to roam. Nandru's oath forbids that, though. We're only born to die here as we watch over the garden. No one escapes. Not anymore, anyway. There were expeditions out, in the past.
My father led one before I was born. Died on a hill I'll never see. There is no food. We're fucking starving to death. The tusks don't give us much to eat now except for beetle, and I'm not convinced anyone can survive on that alone. That's a point. They might not have a choice soon enough. There could be a chance for us then. You've walked the wastes. You know what we have to deal with, between the beetles and Zarips. True. With the way that supplies are dwindling, it won't be long before they have to start making some big changes. We can take advantage of that. What is there to discuss? Nandru set the course of our lives hundreds of years ago. To watch over the garden forever. Never mind that our nature screams for us to roam. We're supposed to stay put and waste away for the sake of a garden we'll never know. We do. The garden isn't outside the tusks, is it? Again, we're born to die here. He did. What are you driving at? You mean How did I not? All this time,
You're free to go now, Amalia. Enjoy it.
Yes. Yes, I'll talk to my wardens. We'll ready our departure. Our leave won't be granted immediately, but that is a winning argument.
Happy for you, Amalia. Enjoy the freedom.
Take this. It'll open up the chest just to your right. I want you to have what's in there. Thank you, Envoy. I'll take it from here.
A sprout. The hair leaves the burrow. A shift in the earthen plate. Free to wander.
Welcome back to the tower, envoy. I don't know what to tell you except that it's best to keep to the road. Believe me when I say you don't want to know our lands. I'm all ears, envoy. Her father, that would get her out. Forgive me, envoy. No one's left the keep in... I don't know how long, and I never thought of this. No one's left in centuries. How many have wanted to? How many have died wanting to? Please, I'd like a moment alone now, if that's all right. We'll let them out when they're ready. It's just... a lot to reckon with. It's so strange to even think about this as a possible option.
If you're buying, I'm selling.